going to show y'all how to make sausage gravy. I'm going to put your pan on the burner and heat it up. I'm going to put it on about medium-high. Once your pan comes to temp, you want to put your sausage in it. And you want to crumble it up into small pieces. I'm only making enough for 1 or 2 people, so I'm not going to need a whole lot of milk or flour for this. This is something people just instinctively know how to do in the South. We all know how to make gravy. We can't all make good biscuits, though. I'll let this sausage cook till it releases. Now, there are 2 schools of thought. One is that you want the sausage lightly browned, and the other is that you want it well caramelized because you want those crunchy bits in there for the flavor. It's all a matter of personal preference. Now this sausage didn't make enough grease, so I'm going to add some from my pan. I bake sausage in this for biscuits. If that don't make enough grease, like it didn't, I'll have to add some canola oil. This is what happens when you cook with lean sausage. You want to let that oil come to temp. I always use a fork to make sausage gravy. Don't bother using a whisk. These sausage pieces get caught up in it and you'll just make a big mess. I'm getting these crusty bits off my pan. Now turn your heat up to high. Now I've got some regular all-purpose flour here. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons to this oil. And stir. Matter of fact, I might need a little more. Maybe 1 more tablespoon. So you want that flour to soak up all that oil, all that sausage grease. So it's made kind of a smooth paste. Now you add in your milk. I'm using whole milk and it's almost at room temperature. Pour it in slow. It's going to make steam. Add the rest of it. I'm using a half a cup to start. If I need more, I'll add more. And I'm going to need more milk. I cannot make a small batch of gravy, y'all. Okay, I started with half a cup. I'm going to add another half cup. That'll make it a full cup. You can see how it's already getting thick. And this won't hurt it one bit. You want to scrape the bottom of that pan the whole time. Just keep your fork on the bottom of that pan. See, that does two things. It deglazes the pan and it prevents the flour from sticking. I'm going to go ahead and add more milk. See, this is what I'm saying about Southerners knowing how to make gravy by instinct. See, most of us, we don't measure milk at all. We don't measure the flour. We put in enough flour till it gets soaked up by the grease. Then we add milk until it comes up about, I don't know, at least a ½ inch up the pan. And then stir constantly, vigorously. While you're letting it boil. And it's up to you if you want thin gravy or thick gravy. That's another personal preference. If you want thin gravy, it's done. If you want it thick, boil it until it thickens up. In most cases, you don't even have to let it sit to thicken. It'll thicken up on its own. It'll thicken while it's boiling. There you go, that's plenty for 1 or 2 people. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. This is another thing that's personal taste. Y'all, if your gravy gets too thick from sitting, Just add a little more milk and stir it to loosen it up. It'll be just fine. Well, I've warmed this biscuit up in the oven, and I'm gonna when these biscuits are reheated, they're just as good as when they first came out of the oven. There you go. Southern buttermilk biscuit smothered in sausage gravy.